It is the final conclusion, the final game here in the Nile Conference at the Hassan Mustafa Sports Hall here in the beautiful country of Egypt, here in Northeast Africa. Ahly up against SLAC of Guinea. The Giants of Ahly already qualified for Kigali, the finals, the championship finals that will take place from the 20th of May. And SLAC of Guinea-Conakry, following on from the earlier result that took place, well, they can't qualify, but they will finish off by showing us what they're capable of doing, because they've come so close. And take a look at the starting lineup for this Ahly team. You don't really change a team that have been working and playing so well, Asha, in this conference.
Yeah, absolutely. Same starting five for Al Ahly, same as last night against Petro de Rwanda. Michael Thompson averaging 11.5 points. He will lead their backcourt. He's joined by Nuni Omot from South Sudan, also averaging 22.8 points per game.
He tells it like it is, Coach Zetrich. And this is the team that will face the Giants of Ahly.
Well, it is same starting five for the Guinean champions. Uchenna Iroegba, the Nigerian, joined by his countryman Emeka Nwabuzo, Ibrahima Fofana, Ismail Konde, then Anthony Miller Jr. is playing the heaviest minutes in the season 3 of the BAL, and also averaging 23.5 points. The American has been with the team for 5 years, and he brings that experience into this fixture tonight.
And he absolutely loves it. It's been picked up, Ayman going up and goes in for the basket. An immediate 2 for the Giants of Cairo.
It is a perfect start there from Ehab Amin, quick on his feet, and easy layup to give Al Ahly the lead.
SLAC take it on. Dane Miller Jr., very smart and very Guinean-like player. He's a team player, and he's been such an important part of this SLAC team. And that's a very fine basket. Nwabuzo, the Nigerian, shooting in that wonderful way that he does.
He's really introduced himself here as Mr. 2, Nwabuzo. Perfect in the paint, and his field goal percentage has been impressive.
Ayman with his second start for Al Ahly, started against Petro, and this man Orabi, the Giants in the paint, scoring points like they were going out of fashion.
Nice touch there from Orabi. Gives him a lot of confidence going forward in the game.
Miller Jr. waits, gets the screen, puts it in the middle, picked up there from Konde, but good defensive play to get in the way and get possession back. Michael Thompson, big 3, comes back out, and Zaran has it now. Just takes a second and swings the ball back to Ayman. Ayman drives in. He's so good at that, but he just couldn't get his angle off the glass. Tidied up, Miller Jr. Nwabuzo going again for a 3-pointer. Doesn't fall, just comes off the metal.
It is a good reaction there from Al Ahly in transition.
Thompson drops it into the hands for Rabi. Great defensive game. He's just been caught in the face there as well. I hope that he's going to be okay.
Yeah, it's a big play there from Ismail Konde. He's found his feet in this SLAC team. He's gotten a lot of confidence, and just being able to stop Orabi in the paint takes so much from a player the size of Ismail Konde, who stands at 2 meters, 1 centimeter.
There you go, he's a little bit smaller than Orabi, to say the least. Omot gets his first maneuver in the paint. Shot by Zaran just comes off the rim, made safe. Nwabuzo, very quick up in transition. It's a wonderful player, really does add some acceleration into this SLAC team. And the charge by Konde comes to nothing as the Al Ahly men go again. Omot for 3, this time it doesn't fall. Made safe, decent defensive play from Konde. Goes up, and it doesn't go in. He's unlucky, back down in the corner, Iroegbu, the other Nigerian. There are 2 of them, very dangerous players. And still in possession, back out. And Nwabuzo, this time it doesn't fall, it comes back off the metal, and there's a foul that's been committed.
There is a technical foul that has been called by Leslie Cherubin, who's a referee from Mauritius. And it looks like it was on Nuni Omot.
Yeah, well, you can see that he's going to the free throw line. Emek Nwabuzor. Fine shooting, watched on by Augusto Julbi, the coach from the Catalan coach from Barcelona in Spain. Wonderful coach, of course, coach Zamalek to BAL success in season 1.
As we see Uchenna Iroegba, who's been leading incredibly from the backcourt for SLAC, the Nigerian international.
Down into the corner, Emin Omot drops it into Arabi. That's an easy dunk for the big man. Wow.
It is his first dunk in this game, and he'll be pleased. It will give him energy going forward. He loves something like that. Arabi.
That's great work by Miller. But it doesn't fall. He's got another chance, gives the ball to Miller. Miller back in possession, 14 seconds back on the clock. Fofana! Big score for Fofana. 3 points on the board. We're level at 6-all.
It's a beautiful finish there from Captain Fantastic Fofana, the Guinean who has found his feet in the starting 5 for SLAC.
You will not stop Arabi as soon as he gets his hands on the ball from that position.
It is 6 points for the big man, Arabi. Perfect start to the game here.
Ahly coming into this clash, having lost to Petro Luanda with the buzzer beater by Gonçalves. That's great play, great collective play, but it just rolls back out, made safe by Arabi. Juice Thompson goes up. It's just simplistic scoring there from Thompson. Looks so easy.
Michael Thompson just looks around, sees some space and makes no mistake.
5 from 10, 2 from 9. Field goals so far. Miller Jr. puts it in the path. Oh, that's good assist. That's a really nice slick pass from Conde, from the SLAC man, Uregbu.
Conde just using his quick feet there in the paint to give SLAC 2 points.
Well, hopefully the BAL will be showcased tonight with a big performance from both teams. Omot turns, shoots, and skips away with a smile on his face. 12-8.
Omot has been amazing for Al Ahly here in the Nile Conference.
Yeah, great to see players from South Sudan showcasing their qualities. It's exactly what they do. Oh, it's Dane Miller Jr. just going down, and a little bit of contact from Amir Zaban. Picks up his foul, first one. And a timeout here with just under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Al Ahly with a 4-point lead over SLAC of Guinea-Conakry, as we see that pass into the hands of Arabi, one-handed dunk. Lay down the statement, make it real. We'll take a break and we'll be back. 4:52, 12 points to 8, and you can see that SLAC going up for points. That's a great score. Sumptuous scoring from Nwabuzor. He's dangerous as you can believe. 5 points for him.
5 points for Nwabuzor, who's shooting 45.8% from the field, and that just goes to show you his efficiency here for SLAC.
Al Ahly holding the ball up beautifully with that left hand of his, and Zaran goes up and he drops it in, but I'm afraid that that will not count, and SLAC will get possession back.
A bit of frustration there for Amir Zahran. He's a perfectionist. He always likes to do the right thing because he knows once the coach gives him some time on the court, he needs to deliver. That's
a wonderful film by Spike Lee, Do the Right Thing. Talking of films and performances, that is absolutely stunning from Iroegbu. We're going to go over to Q and pick his brains about what has been happening, Q, and anything happening on the side of the court.
Well, from this side, good play so far from Ahly. They're going through their big man Arabi, and they're going to continue to focus him and get him high usage in this one because they've got no matchups inside the paint to SLAC.
Yeah, that's a that's a valid point, and he's already knocking in the points. Of course, he's got 6 so far as a foul with, I think Maro's gone down, the 19-year-old Guinean international player who goes up to the free throw line. Wonderful talent as well, and brought in by Zečević to say, you're going to get some game time here in this BAL because you've got all of the qualities to become a top quality player in Africa and wherever you go in your career.
Yeah, absolutely. Mara, he comes from a sporting family back in Guinea. 2 of his brothers played for the Guinea national team. His sister plays for the Guinea handball team. And he's just continuing that legacy here at the BAL. It's great to see him come alive. He was a starter in their opening 2 games, but has since been coming off the bench. He was replaced by Fofana. But once given a chance, he'll do the job on the court.
Listen, SLAC have moved ahead, and they do lead, which is impressive. They've got a 2-point lead so far as we see Emin going around. Gendi comes on. Orabi once again unable to deal with that. It's Con who's come on, and I mean, it's just too complicated.
It is 8 points for the big man, the 7-footer, just getting into this game nicely, smoothly, and is really having so much fun.
Nabuzor goes high, tries to find his range. Corey Webster's come on as well, lots of different changes. Well, that was nearly stolen, but that's good work by Webster. Eamon goes up, 3-point shot! Brilliant bucket from downtown.
That's a big 3-pointer from the MVP that helped Ahly win the league for them to qualify for the BAL. He's replicating that on the court.
Beating Ittihad of Alexandria, of course, and here we have Mara. Mara waits for a little moment and just falls back. That's a shot that doesn't see points on the board. Eamon picks it up, tidies it up, waits for support. Orabi is the player who picks it up, and again, you can see that Coach Zečević has been forced to try and bring on someone who can deal with Orabi, just like you mentioned, Q, and it is complicated for him.
It is complicated as Mabil Mawout Kon, the BAL Elevate player from the NBA Africa Academy, just getting inside there, trying to do the dirty work. But it is, of course, a mismatch, but he'll try and do his best.
Webster. It's a fullback mid-range. Jump shot finally goes out. They get possession back. That's good defensive play by SLAC. McHugh, what options are there to try and deal with the big man Orabi?
Well, they're going to have to do a couple of switches. They might switch up their zone to stay in front of him. They can't do individual man-to-man matchups. He's just too big and offers too much size inside. And I see Orabi is taking a break, and into the game comes Ismail.
Battle in the paint, nicely tidied up by Eamon. He's zipping around as if he's on a mission, Eamon. And look at this, racing through the paint, just losing control finally, Webster. This is a long-range shot. Iroegbu goes up. That gets knocked out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be SLAC who get the ball back in their hands. 1:48 remaining, 3 points separating Ahly and SLAC. Asher, you've been impressed by the way that SLAC have produced those comeback performances, just coming up a little bit short on each occasion.
Yeah, looking at how SLAC play, they're very relentless in their way that they approach games, but also having international players like Iroegbu on the court helps them to have a different perspective on how they approach tournaments.
Gendi not getting his range. Miller Jr. waits, bides his time. That's a good, looked like it was a good pass into the path of Iroegbu, but it's Eamon who picks it up, tries to use his skill set to get past the big men at the back, including Miller Jr., race back to defend. Back out, Gendi goes driving through. Well, it's a wild pass. Miller Jr. says thank you very much. Miller around the outside, bang, boom, smash, in, wow!
Beautiful there from Dan Miller Jr. He's been knocking on that door and finally gets that steal, goes down the lane and to the basket. And just a nice dunk there to show the qualities that he has on the floor.
Yeah, just churning him inside and out, Amen. And there's a big drive going through the paint and a chance for them to try and score. Defensive game was present, but they have given away a foul as Webster, who'll go to the free throw line with 24.7 remaining seconds. 6-17-16 here in Cairo.
Well, Webster, he was dunked on the other side of the court, but he's not one to keep his head down. He heads to the line. Yesterday, he put up a big performance there, scoring 22 points off the bench to challenge Petro, who eventually won the game, but he will want to replicate that here today.
Ahly moving ahead by 2. Second shot is good. They have a 3-point lead, and there's a time differential of less than half a second. Iruegu. Oh, he tries to float one in, doesn't find its way. It's been picked up. There's a chance for going. Oh, look at that, Mara. Marvelous Mara. And the points go up on the board, and that is a buzzer beater. 19-16 is the scoreline. We're just going to check to see if the officials are going to go ahead with that.
It is a perfect way to end this first quarter. Mara, you can see what that means for him and really for the entire SLAC team.
19-18, you can see that the officials just going over and checking out and seeing the scenario. And Q, you're right on top of this, aren't you?
I am, and they're just reviewing to see if it's a made basket, checking, and confirmed that the basket is good to close out the quarter.
That's a fantastic buzzer beater, isn't it? Brilliant stuff. And from the 19-year-old Mara, let's just have a look at that again. The scramble, the ball goes up, and he just makes sure that it goes down. Okay, we're going to take a small break. It's Ahly 19 with SLAC 18, and we shall be back in a moment. 19-18, we are about to start the second quarter here with Ahly leading by a point over SLAC. Omar Arabi, 8 points, 4 from 5 from the field goals, and a trio of rebounds. It's what he does in the paint. He's so effective.
Yeah, looking at his size in that paint on the offensive side, on the defensive side, no one has been able to stop him on that SLAC team, and he's just getting a rest right now as Ismail Ahmed takes over the reins in the paint.
Yeah, Ismail put in a good showing against Petro, spent a lot of time on court and provided his coach Julbi with an important message as the ball goes out. That's a great score. That's a very big score. And to be honest with you, these points that are going in, well, they're very, very important. Mara is the man.
Well, SLAC know that they come into this fixture as the underdogs, but they're throwing everything possible at Al Ahly, and Ahmed Ismail contesting the call, but he moved. The minute you move your feet, it is a foul.
Watch out for the shuffle feet. 6 points, 7 points. He's the top scorer, and that puts him in a very good position. And Coach Zetrovich, quite a happy man there at the moment. And he'll give us the chance to see if Ismail can go up, use the ball. It's made safe at the back. Here they go, Miller Jr. And I think we've got a technical, haven't we?
Yes, there's a technical foul called on Corey Webster by Catherine Chang, who's the crew chief here. She brings so much experience from the NBA G League. She's done 70 games and 350 college games.
Q, just checking on you and what you picked up in between the two quarters.
Well, really just emphasizing that they got to continue to play with tempo. Coach Zečević is wants control of their possession. And just a side note, you get to see why he talks so highly of Mara. You get to see a lot more of his offensive bag and his athleticism inside the paint. He's made a statement here inside while on the court.
You know, we're talking about prospects. He's already a national team player, 19 years of age. But just talking to Coach Zečević, even before the first game, he's going, talk about this guy, because he's the future of Guinean basketball. And I think that he's making a very strong showcase already today, but he's already done it before, but getting more minutes because you're in a game where you've got nothing to lose. Go out, enjoy yourself, showcase what you're capable of doing and play your game. And I think Coach Zečević is very much, he supports that. He's part of the Guinea foundation over recent years of how they develop and how they play.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Zečević has coached all the teams at youth level in Guinea and also the senior team, taking them to the quarterfinals in the FIBA AfroBasket in 2021 in Kigali. And that continuation here at the BAL is very important to him.
Made safe at the back, Mara and Iroegbu. Gets around Gary, out wide. And Con with the chance to go. It's Mara up against Ismail. Bites his time beautifully. And look at that. He's up to 9 points now.
Mara with a hot hand right now. He's high on confidence, and that's really helping SLAC at the moment.
Ball comes out wide. It's Gendi. And a chance for the three-pointer. Gendi gets it back off the rim, and there's another chance for them to try and produce something. Gendi, shot clock down to 5, running out of time. That's beautifully done. That is a great charge by Nasser, and he does draw the foul, and he will go to the free throw line.
Mabil is a little bit unlucky there. They had played good defense so far as a team in that paint, but fouling at 1.1 seconds to play is not something that Coach Zečević will smile about.
Seven-point lead. Ahly again get their chance to reduce the areas, and it's nicely dropped in, watched on by Coach Zečević. Iroegbu goes around the outside, gets rid of his man. There he is, it's all easy for him. You know, when the boulevard opens up, you want to go down, and Iroegbu with a fantastic, I'm going to go through and finish this off move.
He's very quick on his feet, Iroegbu, and punishes the Ahly defense.
Gendi! Oh, it's rattled the rim and back out. Miller leaves it for Abuzur. We haven't seen him shoot for the last couple of minutes. He does go up, and that is a Webster foul on the Nigerian. He goes straight to the free throw line, just for two shots.
Now, Corey Webster struggling there on the defensive side. Beaten, and he draws closer, and it's definitely a foul. So 2 fouls for him so far in the game.
He's got a problem with his contact lens. I think that he's going to try and sort that out. Michael Juice Thompson will come on. 7:32 left in this first half, and a 9-point lead. Yeah, just going to go and sort out his contact lens. Q, I just want to come over to you. This very physical game that they're actually playing, drawing the fouls as if it's going out of fashion. It's a great start this for SLAC.
We've seen their style of play change as the tournament, or rather the conference, has developed, and this is now SLAC basketball. It's physical, it's under control, and they try to get possessions.
And here they go, it's Maramania! That's just massive from Mara again.
Beautiful skill there to go up there and dunk the ball. He's really in fine form, Mara, right now.
Having put it down make it big, and a chance for a big three-pointer. Safe made by that man Con, and it's given back to Noabuzor, who goes on a wander. Mara, surely not. And I don't know if there is a large support from Guinea-Conakry, but all of the fans behind the bench are going ballistic. Thompson with a floater over the top. He goes down, gets hit in the face. He seems to be okay.
Well, you ask about the support. It is the South Sudanese fans in Cairo once again. They're here to support Mabil, the BAL Elevate player from South Sudan on the SLAC team.
Makes sense. Let's just have a look at that steal. Look at that. Mara goes up. It doesn't come better than that, does it? He is just producing everything. What a big bag of skills, and the fans are loving it. Absolutely.
Coming off the bench to amass 14 points so far for SLAC. Mara is having the game of this tournament.
12-point lead. Gendi goes driving up. That's great work. Good strength. That left hand, brilliant stuff, goes to the free throw line and scores the basket.
Gendi has been moving that ball around within the Ahly paint, and finally he gets rewarded, puts up his left hand, has eyes on the glass and gets the 2 points. Could be a three-point play as he heads to the free throw line.
Didn't leave his eyes on the glass though, did he?
He came down with them. Well, perhaps they stayed on the glass.
He's doing well. 10-point lead. And we got some lots of fans who turned up to get behind Ahly as they gather the ball once again. Gendi under a little bit of pressure. Shot clock down to single digits. Down out wide. Nasser gets rid of his man, gets rid of Fofana. That's sumptuous acceleration, drive and deliberation.
And Nasser there coming alive for Ahly with his first points of this game.
Now Bazor floats it over the top. Conde can't take advantage of it. Just missing out on direction. Reduced it to under 10. It's 8 points now. Thompson goes up. Was there no foul committed? He slips back. Dave Miller Jr. puts it in the path of Conde around the outside. And again, that's beautiful. Iroegbu with the rebound. No one there.
He's very charged into that paint. Gives themselves another second chance in front of the Ahly trio, and he'll be happy with that play.
Well, Noabuzor with a chance to try and get this. If he can get the ball back, it comes up, it's in! Brilliant play! Conde finishes off the move, but Iroegbu makes it.
Ismail Conde, he's been very key for them in that paint. He's doing a lot of work on the defensive side up against Safe.
Gendi off the glass. Good work there from Ismail just to make sure that that was a put-in.
It is Ahmed Ismail's first points in the game.
Miller around the outside, tries to go in. Conde just gets the ball over the top, misses it. Ismail tidies it up. Thompson takes it up court. Back out to Gendi. Gendi trying to find a bit of space. Oh, he's lost possession. Here they go again. This is surely Fofana. Oh, he's just had the ball knocked out of his hands. And you can see that Michael Juice Thompson very frustrated because he knows that there was a slight bit of contact. Slight. That's not slight. There was a lot of contact.
It's a roll of, it is end-to-end action here as SLAC hold a 10-point lead.
And we're going to take a break. 28-38 here in Cairo. 28-38, 3:40 left in the second quarter. SLAC Well, they're here for business. Let's have a look at Mara. His nickname is Lon, the man. Lasagna, favorite food, Zach Levine. And I didn't see which country, that's too quick. Which country does he want to go to?
We hope
Guinea,
that...
Conakry, go
yes.
back home. No.
Absolutely.
Who knows? Maybe it was Uganda.
Zanzibar.
Oh, there you go, Zanzibar. Zanzibar. It's not a country, though, Q.
It is a part of Tanzania.
Tanzania.
But we can see that he's in touristic mode, Mara.
And Q's wearing those Hawaiian shorts as well, you know, looks very dashing on you.
I have so much to say.
A reaction from that timeout, Q?
A lot of emphasis on offensive execution from Coach Zečević. He ran a couple of plays that I think we'll see executed, but very much focused in on continuing to push the scoring.
28-39, SLAC very, very focused on using that man, Amara. 14 points he's got, Iroegbu on 8, Nwabuzor on 7, and Fofana and Conde on 4 points. This Dane Miller Jr. is only on 2 points, as we see Coach Julie made lots of adjustments in the game against Petro Rwanda, where the lead changed at least 14 times. Long-range shot, that's massive score there from Marwan Sahan.
That's a perfect way of introducing himself in this game, just showing how deep that Al Ahly bench is to score that three-pointer there.
Miller, Conde goes around, tries to go by himself. Ismail is there, and that's been snatched out of the sky by Miller.
Very nice hands there from Miller. He's averaging 3 steals per game for SLAC.
He's a silky smooth player as the Dane Miller Jr. I like the way that he just hovers around the court and glides. He's very elegant in the way that he plays basketball.
He's a smooth operator.
Smooth operator.
Yeah, Miller Jr.
Start singing soon.
Well, you know, some lyrics here and there.
Don't do it.
You're spoiling the party. I'm up for 3, and the shot doesn't fall, and it's been taken back up by Iroegbu. Iroegbu goes himself, tries to get the pass around the back of the defense near the baseline, doesn't happen. At the other end we go again, and there he is, driving up, charging big time into that man Fofana, and the foul goes against him, an offensive foul.
Al Ahly are in the red, they're in foul trouble, so it will be a trip to the free throw line there.
Let's have a look at that again. That was the long-range shot coming in from Marwan Sahan. 31-39. And Zeljko Zečević, the Serbian coach, just calling a timeout. Yeah. And Al Ahly will have to try and work things around and try and get themselves back in. It's only 8 points, and that can be quickly turned around, Q. Sorry, Asha.
Yes, looking at Al Ahly, we already saw that yesterday. They were down by 15 points against Petro de Luanda. Quickly turned things around. His team is one that has a great attitude. They have professionals, and the players on the court can deliver that. Nuni Omot, Michael Thompson, Amir Zahran, Gendi, and Mohamed.
Yeah, top quality players. Q, can we come over to you just to understand what the scenario is, the little chit-chat on the bench from Coach Julby?
Well, I think I want to talk scenario a little bit, and it's something that we haven't focused on throughout conference play, is the effect of back-to-backs on players, and you can see that the legs of Al Ahly may be just a little bit weary. They're a step slow, and some of the primary players find themselves just a little bit fatigued. And it's a factor, especially here in the final game of the conference. Weary legs.
Weary legs. Q likes to talk about legs. Weary legs, and that's exactly what you can have if you've been playing 5 games in the space of 10 days. It's been pretty full on, to be honest with you. And we see SLAC with Dane Miller Jr. trying to find a way through. He's good like that, but he just can't drop it over the top. And it's made safe. Thompson takes it up court. And a travelling call going against the Egyptian Giants.
And that is back-to-back turnovers for Al Ahly. They'll not be pleased with how they've come out of that timeout. But if there's a team that can turn things around, it is Al Ahly. They're very good at defense, and it will be interesting to see how they approach this particular possession.
Nabuzor goes around. Omot getting tangled up with Conde. Conde just moves his body a little bit too much and gets in the way of Omot, hence the reason why they've just given the ball back to their opponents. And he'll pick up a foul for that.
And looking at the replay there, he moved his foot, so it was definitely a moving screen for Conde.
Yeah, don't like those moving screens, do we, Usher? Thompson, beautiful drive through the paint. Finds a way, doesn't he? He races through keyholes and scores very quick points. 6 points now. And into the last minute we go. That's a great bucket, isn't it? Emeka Nwabuzo just holding it high and shooting from mid-range.
Yes, Mr. 2 Nwabuzo with 9 points for SLAC so far.
Gendy goes on a mission, and there's another. It's Fofana, I think, who will pick up his first foul on that occasion. Gendy goes to the free throw line. No. There we go. There's the. And I think we got a timeout with 32.6 seconds remaining. And an 8-point lead there. One thing that I chatted with Coach Julby just before the Petro game. He was saying that they've got to play a very important league cup game on something like the 17th, so they won't be able to get there until the 18th, quite late in the evening, so they won't have much time to adapt. He said unless we finish top seed and we beat Petro Luanda, but because they didn't beat Petro Luanda, they will play on Saturday. Petro Luanda will play on Sunday the 21st. Now, they give them an extra day because he said that extra day, is worth its weight in gold, especially when you've got such an important clash, because Al Ahly will take on Reg, and that is guaranteed to be one monster-sized encounter because Reg, where are they playing? In their own backyard.
Absolutely. So many Rwandan fans have already bought tickets. Everyone is, getting settled in to wait for Al Ahly, who are, of course, playing in the first season here in the BAL. They've been impressive. Yes, they lost to Petro yesterday by a point, but they threw everything at that game. But they know that they still have their eyes on the trophy and want to play the final on May 27th.
There you go. That's what Al Ahly mean to these young Egyptian fans. They absolutely love their basketball. They love sport in general, but the basketball here is most definitely, something of high importance for these youngsters wearing the tops and really getting behind the Egyptian Giants and the Egyptian champions.
Yeah, Gendy also one of the key players here in Egypt. He's played for the national team since 2009, and he brings that experience to the BAL.
And former player of Gezira, of course, just like Orabi, who was headhunted and brought to the team as they steal the ball. Nwabuzo, no one's going to stop him. He goes up and he makes sure that it goes down.
Brilliant dunk there, but also the run, the effort from Nwabuzo, who adds himself on that list of players who've dunked here so far. Mara, Orabi, they're really having a great night.
And a timeout's been called as well with 3.8 seconds remaining. You can see it's an 8-point advantage. And again, the defensive game just a little bit sloppy for Al Ahly. We don't expect them to lose possession that easily. And I'm sure that Coach Julby is going, we need to sort this stuff out because it's not the way that we like to play. And we're coming up against a team who have got they've got cobra fast hands, and they are stealing, turning the ball over, trying to get hold of every bit of possession they possibly can, and scoring points off.
Yes, it is 11 turnovers so far for Al Ahly. That's a detriment for their backcourt, who definitely have great ball handlers. But looking at Nwabuzo, he wants to visit Nigeria. His pre-game song is Walk by Kodak Black, and his nickname is Mike.
And he likes Mexican food.
He loves Mexican food.
Who doesn't love Mexican food? Do you love Mexican food? Q, this is, no, that's he's going to go straight to the free throw line unless the shot clock was not down to 0, I don't think. Q, am I correct in saying that?
Well, they've got to try and interpret it from the referee's perspective. They are conferring, and I know that the replay and the call is that it happened. They're just putting a little bit more time on the game clock. There'll be 2 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, not the shot clock, the game clock. That's what I was referring to. 35-43, and it's a little mistake, just to push a little bit too hard on Thompson. When you go for a big long-range shot from way out in the suburbs, just be careful when you're going up against someone like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Thompson is shooting 100% on the free throw line in the Nile Conference, yet to miss.
And he knocks it down. He'll be relatively happy because he'll see a little bit of improvement there. You know, take it to them. Let's swing the ball around, pick off points from the outside.
And just a correction, Robbie, just 0.2 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, saw that. Thank you, Q. 36-43, 37-43, and of course, getting 3 shots has now reduced the arrears potentially down to 5 points, with basically no chance to score with 0.2 seconds left on the clock before the end of the half. Sorry.
Yep, that's 9 points for Michael Thompson.
There it is, like you said, Usher. 9 points for Juice Thompson, and that's the end of the first half. And as you can see, it is currently Al Ahly 38, SLAC 43. We're going to take a break. Half-time highlights coming up in a few moments' time, so don't go away. So the third quarter, where will it go? Who will get a run? Who's going to be dominating this? As we take a look at Coach Augusti, Badalona, Quinn Schneider, LA Lakers, Mozambique, Madagascar and Tanzania are the places he'd like to visit. There you go, you've seen it all.
Absolutely great there from Jelko. His team is the LA Lakers. He would love to visit Sao Tome and Principe, an island on the west coast of Africa, and he loves to eat a mixed grill.
And Pops is his favorite coach. There you go, 38-43, Al Ahly up against SLAC, and here we go. And they lose possession very swiftly, and it will be the Red Devils of Cairo who pick up possession and go again.
Well, there is a great defense there from Al Ahly, who are locked in after that halftime break. There's so much basketball on offer here, and Al Ahly look like they are up to the task.
Thompson aiming. Orabi unable to rise up and sink that. Of course, you saw that it was Fofana who just got in the way. Orabi goes to the free throw line.
Once Orabi gets that ball and puts it down, by down I mean around his waist, they'll definitely give the defense ideas on trying to swat it away. And that's what Fofana did, but there was contact, so it is a foul.
A complicated scenario when you've got Orabi who gets the ball in the paint. Zetzovic saw the headache that he had at the start of the first quarter. The scenario wasn't easy for him. Q, again, you can see that Orabi's put himself into the paint. He's under strict orders to cause problems, I think.
Well, he's going to cause problems because of his sheer size. Every single time he's on the floor, he's a great pressure release. And one of the facets of his game that people don't talk about enough is his free throw shooting. He's got great touch from the free throw line and punishes you every time he gets to the charity stripe.
Well, I'm not surprised he can see the top of the rim from where he actually stands without jumping. It's normal, right? Zaran swings it. Thompson. Omot goes and drives through. That is, again, you know, the elegant way of driving through and just showing that little soft touch at the very end. It's a great score.
It is a great score, and Fofana gets his second personal foul.
This is third, but it's his second
actually
in succession within the space of less than a minute.
That's worrying for the SLAC side, because he's one of their key players on the defensive side as well.
Egbu, Dane Miller Jr. comes out to Fofana. Nwabuzor, that's well stolen, picked up, he goes, zips in, look how fast he is. It's a brilliant score, it's a brilliant statement as that man, Zaran, races up, puts it in, and look at that scoreline. Now you can see that Ahly have gone ahead.
It's a big bucket from Amir Zahran. He's grown up within the Ahly structure from when he was 8 years old. He's been with the team, he understands what's at stake for the Egyptian Giants, but also really to play in front of his family and friends here in Cairo is impressive to see.
Dane Miller Jr. can't afford to make any more mistakes offensively. Got to find solutions. Nwabuzor tries to get past Amin. Look at Orabi. And there is a little bit of contact. You can't believe it.
It was very close.
Yeah.
Very close, if you see. But now that there's a replay, there was contact with the hands of Nwabuzor.
The great thing is about Ahly, they don't just have multi-sports taking place, but they've got men's, women's, boys and girls sports taking place. That wonderful setup that they have.
Yes, absolutely. Ahly, 116 years old as a sports institution, just speaks about a team with a lot of class and so much structure that has led to their success over the years.
Picked up by Zaran. Around the outside. Shot clock down to 8. Zaran waits. What options has he got? He drives in, gives it to Arabi, of course, and he goes up and makes the basket count.
Yes, Arabi, the first Ahly player into the double digits, 11 points for the 7-footer, and he's flying at the moment.
Conde tries to use the glass that falls on the other side. It goes up quickly. Thompson. Orabi. Amen. Omot screens, comes back. Goes again. And he has the ball knocked out of his hands, but more importantly, picks up the foul. Nwabuzor is the player who commits the foul.
Nwabuzor has done a lot of work on the defensive side for SLAC, but this Ahly backcourt is so much to deal with, especially Ehab Amin, and it's 14 fouls for the Guinean side with just a little over 2 minutes played in the game.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful here. They're playing very quick, fast basketball, and kind of playing the same way that SLAC were in the first half, where they were just really chasing and battling for every single ball, putting pressure on the playmaker, getting in, stealing the ball from the passes. Long shot from down in the corner doesn't fall for Fofana, and at the other end you can see what Ayman's doing. Back out, Omot for three. Orabi picks it up, the rebound's there. Snatched out of his grasp by Nwabuzor. They go up, and it's in, and it's a good score from Fofana.
Very careless there from Fofana. He was alone, and he panicked and was unable to score from under the basket.
And that's a big mistake there. 48-45. 7 minutes left in the third. Very tight tussle still. SLAC not scoring the points that they need to. Aim in for three. Big shot. Big shot, big smile.
It is Ahly's third three-pointer today.
Nwabuzor. Right down into the corner, picks up by Fofana. Fofana, and he tries to go wandering down the baseline. He is just taking it out of play.
Well, things are not looking good for SLAC at the moment.
And Zoran, they've been caught napping. He hits a big shot. Seismic activity here in Cairo. And a timeout's been called. Wow, this is impressive. Weren't back in defensive positions. It was an easy three. Ahly 54, SLAC 45. The tables have turned here in Cairo. Time for a break. And all of a sudden, you blink, and Ahly, already qualified for Kigali, have a 9-point lead. Now, where did that all go wrong for SLAC? One man who has the answer to absolutely everything, well, most things anyway. Einstein probably betters him in a couple of departments, but only a couple. His name is Q.
You give me way too much credit, Robbie, but yes, an interesting start to the third quarter, 16-2 run, and Coach Zečević just really wants his team to continue to not panic, needs a little bit more control, and you'll just see them go back into trying controlling the pace and tempo of their offense.
And a long-range shot from Iroegbu. Omot into the corner, Thompson, Orabi, Thompson. Arcs around the outside, puts it up. He couldn't put it in, Orabi. Dane Miller Jr. Oh, he's under a little bit of pressure as well to keep possession. Has it stolen out of his hands. They go again, Zoran. Oh! Wow. The press-ups follow, the push-ups. Wow.
It is a great show of character there from Amir Zahran, who goes up to the basket, even though he was sort of like at a 45 angle there, and he gives us some press-ups. Such a shot of Amir Zahran.
Q.
Just a delay on the floor. The referee is going to review because it looked like there was an elbow, or an intentional elbow by Zahran as he attacked the rim. So the basket will not count yet, and they're going to have a look at the play to see if there was any intentional contact, and they might scale it up or just keep the call as was.
Okay, all right, let's have a look at this again.
Yeah, it
oh yeah,
like
the left elbow, right?
Yeah, that's right. Looks like he put his left elbow out.
And if he knocks, if there's contact, and you know, the defender gets knocked off out of position, you know, because he's purposely using that left elbow to deliver. Yeah, he's pushed into him, isn't he? He's pushed in to Mara, who luckily didn't hurt himself. But anyway, this is going to go down to what the officials have got to say.
Looking at the bench, it looks like Mara is getting some treatment from the SLAC medical team. Is getting the spray there and some ice.
Yeah, just on his right hip, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like his right hip.
And he's okay. He's
a big boy. He's a big boy.
Cute.
Well, they're really looking at it. The third referee now brought into the conference because it's very difficult to tell whether the clear out was in a defensive manner or if it was done intentionally.
What do you think, Q?
I think the visuals speak for themselves. Interpret as you will.
There's cue the player, cue the coach, and cue the referee, and cue the commentator.
You know, it's an interesting one because he was twisting his body and he's going very quickly, and then his body comes back down, so his elbow comes up. It looks like it's going in to the defender, and then the ball comes up. So there's that interpretation as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and he was also trying to maintain his pivot there.
All right, we have an answer for you, Robbie. It's going to stay a common foul, and it's going to be, the foul will stay on Mara, and Zaran will go to the free throw line. So they had a look, and no overturning of the call, and they go to the free throw line. Zaran, the basket will count.
Thank you, Q.
Zahran, he's already amassed 8 points for Ahly.
And, well, of course, when you see what he's capable of doing, he's knocking them in as if they're going out of fashion. So, solid, good position for him. Iroegbu, Dane Miller Jr., Mara. Oh, he cuts inside. Was there contact? He's not claiming that Omots had made any contact, but they lose possession. Couldn't get it over to Conde, and Ahly pick it up again. They got a 12-point lead, and they're slowly and surely easing into their comfort zone.
It's a great steal there from Zahran, who's doing so much work on offense and on defense.
Mara just knocks Thompson and will pick up a foul for that. That's going to be his third.
Well, things look like they're not working out for Mara there. The foul was called on him earlier for Zahran to go to the line, and then on this other side there was a turnover and then a foul again. And you can see that Coach Zečević is already thinking about giving him a breather by bringing back Fofana, the captain of SLAC.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's on 3 fouls, of course, but you just got to, you know, they just got to get out there and play that SLAC game. That SLAC game is, when it's a natural SLAC game, is so effective. They do have to make adjustments, though. It's not just about go out there and have fun. It's go out there and play together, have fun, and make it work. But keep an eye on the opposition.
Yes, SLAC are a team that are very effective on transition, but to do that, they've got to play great defense, and Ahly is not giving them that much of a chance. They're delivering on the offensive side and controlling the tempo of this game.
Yeah, but one of the things that you've got to look at is Dane Miller Jr. is not scoring points. And when Dane Miller Jr. is not scoring points, it basically means that SLAC are not in a great place. They have to, you know, he is a key player for them, and he knows how to be the player who can be the catalyst behind them, the one who orchestrates, but they've still got to have him scoring points. Iroegbu tries to go up, or Abi gets in his way. And you can see also that Zaran gets in the way, and there's the foul, and it's a offensive foul. Iroegbu's second foul. Just look at this. Very good position for Zaran. Very cleanly knocked off his feet. Thompson for 2. Picked up very quickly. Nabuzor, oh, he's just managed to get the pass up. That was sweet. Good soft touch there by Nabuzor, and a good finish there by Miller Jr., who's obviously listening into our commentary somehow.
It is the commentator's luck that he's managed to score in that transition, and that's what I was talking about earlier, about how they're very quick to run with that ball and score easily, and Ahly until that point had managed to stop that.
Conde picks up his third foul for that bit of contact on Arabi, of course, and as you can see, the 5-team fouls with less than, well, that happened literally over a minute ago, so half of this third quarter is sees them in the red, and they're constantly going up to the free throw line and taking full advantage of that.
Yeah, it's good eyes from the referees, because Conde's elbow was out there on Arabi's body to earn him a trip to that free throw line. Arabi leading the scoring for Al Ahly. 12 points so far in this game for the 7-footer.
22 points from turnovers as well now. Al Ahly, you can just see that they're just turning things around and tightening the screw. It's complicated here. Fast turnover points. Arabi!
Big combination there between Ehab Amin and Omar Arabi to send the crowd into celebration. The Egyptians are having so much fun. They've established a 15-point lead, and things are looking great for Jube's team.
Just look what Eamon does. Look, leave it for the big man. He saw him coming, felt him breathing down his neck, let him do the damage, and let the other defenders just fall away in his wake. Couldn't get the ball on that occasion. Got to go again. Zoran. They get possession back as Zoran just sneaked his foot over the line. Well, Fofana will have possession. He'll get this ball live once again. 62-47. They're pretty impressive, Q, aren't they? The way that they've just been relying on stealing balls and getting it so quickly up the other ends that it's just difficult to defend.
Zoran is definitely a two-way player. It's like the flash on the floor, injects a little bit of speed on both ends, and when he is there, you have to be present-minded and be very aware of where the basketball is, because he is very, very good on both ends.
Fofana to Noabuzor, thanks Q. Here they go, need points, need to get some vital points. Conde steps back, tries to get over the top of Arabi. Sights aren't set perfectly. Omot makes the rebounds and gets it to Thompson.
It's his first rebound of the game, but he's been doing so much work on the offensive side.
Goes up, Arabi again. Look at this. This is masterclass work in the paint. And Arabi extends his advantage to 16 points now, top scorer.
It's his game to shine, Arabi. The script is very clear.
Oh, get out of there. And the swat from Arabi is pure class.
And looking at the replay there, Mott sets him up, and for that easy basket off of the glass. And on the other side, nice touch there on the ball to deny SLAC as Al Ahly get back the possession.
Coach Zacevic knew right from the very start when we heard him speaking pre-game just how important it is to remain meticulous against a team like Al Ahly, and it will not be easy. Well, they had it their way in the first half, but the second half, a little different scenario. And here is Amin. Amin goes up. It comes back off the metal. Arabi bites his time, goes up again. He's unstoppable tonight.
Arabi, he's found his footing in that paint, eyes on the glass, and he's having so much fun, even amidst the SLAC defense.
No, you can't just do that. Amin will try and sneak that ball away. It's been picked up there. Dane Miller Jr. tries to go high off the glass. He gets fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. Arabi picks up his second foul.
It's been a quiet night for
Arabi.
Dan Miller Jr.
Just kidding, just kidding.
He scored just 4 points so far, and we're almost at the tail end of the third quarter. That's 5 for him, but they've been able to lock him out. The Al Ahly players, they know that he's their key player. He came into this game with the highest number of minutes on average in this season 3, including the Sahara Conference, 39.4 minutes per game. But Al Ahly have done great. They know that he's their go-to man, and they've managed to make sure he doesn't have much of the ball.
This third quarter has been devastating for SLAC. It really has. It's been the pivotal moment for Ahly to turn things around and just get on top of this encounter. This will work very positively for Coach Julby, who will take this, prepare themselves for that last game that they've got to play before they head to Kigali next week. Or the week after next, more so. The game is just before they leave. They've got 2 games before they actually leave, but it's a lot of basketball to be played, but it's all good because they're all minutes that count. Prepare yourself for that big battle with Reg. Crikey, Ahly Reg. I mean, just thinking about it, it's a monster clash. It really is. Hacked out, you know, arena as well in Kigali. Yeah.
Absolutely. The BK Arena will definitely be the place to be on that weekend. And the Rwanda Energy Group fans are already itching. They've gotten their tickets and ready to rumble.
Ahmed Nasser coming on. Gendi as well. Arabi takes a moment. And Miller Jr. up to 7.
Dan Miller Jr. He's been with SLAC since 2018. He's a veteran player on the team, and that experience has come to life here in the Nile Conference. Of course, they'll be disappointed that they'll not go to Kigali for the playoffs, but incredible individual performance from the American.
Oh, much. Oh, doesn't quite fall. Still in possession. Battling hard, Nasser, to keep that ball on the right side of the line. Almost there. There's contact. And it's Dumboya who will pick up the foul on that occasion on his first moment. It's on court tonight.
Big moment there for Muni Omot, the South Sudanese who helped the East African nation to qualify for their very first FIBA Basketball World Cup this summer in Manila in the Philippines. And Egypt has actually been a good ground for him. They qualified in Alexandria on the coast of Egypt. And now he's heading to the playoffs of the BAL in Kigali here in Cairo.
Miller. Oh, he loses possession. Watch out, Amin goes in, goes up, scores. Beautiful layup. Sumptuous attacking basketball.
Right, sumptuous is the word, Robbie.
Get it out there. Made safe by El Gendi. Or kind of. A little bit of pressure here in the last few seconds of the third. Almost goes up, doesn't manage to get it in. They got one last second. It goes up and it doesn't go down for Dumboya. And the end of the third quarter sees Ahly lead 69 to 51 over SLAC. Going to take a break. The fourth quarter coming up very soon. Well, let's take a look at the game summary here. 69-51, the field percentage, 51-38. Look at those assists, 19 against 8, and the steals, a few more than Ahly. And the 3 points, haven't really seen too many of them. It's all going through the middle, it's all going through the paint. But it's been fast and furious, and Ahly have just seized control of this. Orabi is the standout player with 18. And we're going to catch up with Q. Q, what's been going on? What are SLAC trying to do here?
SLAC are trying to space the floor on the offensive end, see if they can isolate one-on-one matchups. But on the other side, Coach Jube wants more ball pressure and to continue to see if they can force a couple more turnovers and really just emphasize a win and close out strong.
Usher, where's this game going to go now?
Well, I think it's pretty clear because looking at that third quarter performance from Ahly outscoring SLAC 31-8, that's a great announcement there from the Egyptian champions showing that they want to win this game.
And finally, Dane Miller Jr. makes sure that that is going only in one direction.
He adds himself to the dunking list of this fixture and just having some fun out there for the American.
Thompson. Ismail on, Orabi off. Ball comes out to Nasser. Shot clock down to 0, but a little bit of contact there down in the corner as he went down. Dane Miller Jr. seems to be okay, but gets up holding his neck. It's a physical player. Let's see what happened there. That was the dunk.
That was the dunk. Nice setup there from Mabil, the South Sudanese BAL Elevate player.
Fofana. Egwu tries to find a way, floats it over the top. Oh, he just couldn't get that to land. Thompson, 8 minutes and 20 left in this final quarter of the Nile Conference. It's been a riveting encounter as Egwu gets flung to the ground and Thompson picks up his second foul. He's getting snagged. Oh no, it's Ismail who just it's Ismail who picks up the foul, not Thompson.
Looking at SLAC and how they're playing so far, their starting five has played the heaviest minutes in the Nile Conference, and looking at how they're playing in this fourth quarter, tired legs out there, but they continue to fight against a team like Al Ahly that has so many options on the bench.
It's a beautiful score, a very fine score from Dumbuya, just doing really well to get through the traffic and find the net. And a second personal foul for the player who just scored that fine basket. Nasser. Thompson. Ismail with the screen, goes around the outside. Bounces it into Ismail's path, looks for options, goes, traveling call, good defensive play there. Very good from Mabil, just not allowing him to roll and just giving him an awkward time. But that was absolutely ideal, Q.
Ideal it is, and with the lead that they have, they can continue to just try and work on the defensive end. It's SLAC who've got to do all of the hard yards, and they've got to try and find a couple of scores early here in this final quarter.
There's Dane Miller Jr. just trying to go through again, but couldn't make himself free. Thompson goes for three. The shot doesn't find the back of the net. It's been picked up by El Gendi. And Ismail, a bit of a press taking place here. And Mabil making it safe.
It's a big rebound there from Mabil.
Yeah, very important. And of course, he's a big guy as well, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Mabil, he's coming up against big guys in that paint from Al Ahly. Of course, Orabi earlier, safe, and then Ismail. But he's standing the test of time, Mabil.
Just 17 years of age. As we see a couple of changes taking place. Fofana heads off, and Dumbuya. Mara comes back on. And also Noah Buzor down into the corner. Shot clock down to 5. He tries to go wide, couldn't get his hand movement just to flick it a little bit more onto the glass. Thompson in possession. El Gendi gets rid of his defender that is picked up by Ismail, who just replaces Arabi and replicates what he's been doing all night.
Yeah, it's a nice clean-up job there in the paint for Ismail.
Miller Jr. Mobile goes up. Oh, he just needed a little bit of a softer touch, but Thompson picks it up down into the corner. Nasser bounced into the path of that man, Sarhan. El Gendi goes for the long-range shot, gets the ball back. Player Miller goes away. He's in some trouble now, and he's off the court. Something's happened. There was contact, as we see Thompson trying to pick it up, and Gendi, and he's been a bit of whiplash, I think, in the face from a flailing hand, maybe. I think that Miller's okay.
He looks okay, and he's just waved off a substitution, so he's going to stay on the floor.
Good news. Need him on the court.
Well, he's forced to come off the floor by Coach Zečević.
Yeah, okay, give him a breather. Thompson, back to El Gendi, drives through. Ismail, that's a traveling call, and Ismail a little bit frustrated there.
Well, you don't understand what Ismail was doing there with the walk, but he's given a breather there by Coach Julbe as Omar Orabi comes back onto the court. Orabi obviously is Al Ahly's highest point scorer with 18 and has a chance now to add to that number.
Oh, that's a great drive. That is absolutely fantastic. Well, look at that. Goes back to possession.
It is very unlike Michael Thompson with the air ball there. Al Ahly, they're not quite shooting from behind the arc like we saw yesterday with that impressive performance with 16 three-pointers in one single game. They've just managed 4 so far.
71-57. Ahly leads SLAC, 14-point difference. We'll be back in a minute. Yes, we are back. We got 4:57 left, 71-57. It's a 14-point lead for Ahly. They've clambered back a little bit. We've got Ali Udang, who plays for Ahly, of course, the Malian international, wonderful player, midfield marvel, call him what you like. He's won lots of trophies playing football for the Giants, the most successful football team in Africa in Champions League. Oh, put it in there. And marvelous Mara is back in business.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Mara back alive. And obviously talking about Aliou Dieng is fresh from winning the Egypt Super Cup yesterday and hoping to inspire the basketball team here in Cairo.
They beat the Pyramids, is that right?
Yes, they beat Pyramids FC.
There we go. More points, 14, and a chance for them to try and reel it back in. Look at that. Good work. Nwabuzor, El Gendi gets in his way, and that will be a foul going against El Gendi, and they get possession back. Q, what was said at that timeout?
A lot of emphasis once again from Coach Zečević on the execution on the offensive end. He drew up a couple of plays that released Mara and Conde within the structure of the offense. And if that doesn't work, you might see a couple of outlet shots from that man, Iruegbu.
Fair call. Nouabizor, free throw line, 13. They're bringing it down a little bit. Come to 12 now. And then afterwards, who knows?
Yeah, looking at Nouabizor, he's been very consistent, putting up double digits in this Nile Conference in every game that they've played. And that's 15 points for the Nigerian.
50% from the free throw line, 5 from 10. Thompson gets rid of 2 defenders, gets it out wide, Zaran. And Orabi comes off the foot, I think, of Iroegbu. So the Red Devils get it back. It's a 12-point lead, 3:44 left to play.
Well, looking at Al-Ahli, they'll be trying to run down that clock and make sure they have their best shooting option with the 24 seconds at display in every possession.
High, dropped in, doesn't go. Another chance. I think they're spending a little bit too much time in the paint.
Yeah, Orabi caught out there and still trying to argue with the referee, but he knows that it's a good call there from the official. But the idea was good.
Idea was good. Little sneaky move there. 73-61. 3:23. Iroegbu. Nouabizor. 15 points. Drives in. And Orabi shifts his body and does commit the foul. That'll be his second. Top scorer tonight with 20 points.
Yeah, Nouabizor just driving into that paint. He sees Orabi and decides to go at him. And Orabi falls for it. But we still have to see Nouabizor on that free throw line, whether he will convert.
First is good. Q, what do you think Coach Gilby will be concerned about regarding this Ahly performance tonight, and what will he have to tweak looking ahead to the game that they'll play against Reg in Kigali?
Well, I think he'll be generally quite happy, and because Nuni Ahmad has been their standout scorer in this conference play, having a quiet game, but in his stead and in his quiet game, Orabi has stepped up. And that's the thing about really great teams, is that you're not certain who will score and in what context they will score. They still have Corey Webster on the bench, who's gone quiet as well, but they have other players stepping up, and I think that's something he'll take from his performance.
And talking about stepping up, that was stepping up into the limelight. Amr Zaran with a fine layup, driving through traffic.
Yeah, he goes into double digits now with 11 points, Amir Zahran.
Long-range shot from Mara. Picks up, goes back out. Nouabizor goes through the middle. And another foul, and I think, is that Orabi who just got in his way? I think it was.
Yes, it looks like a foul on Orabi. And Nouabizor, who has now perfected the art of driving into that paint and putting Orabi in trouble, heads back to the free throw line. Nouabizor, who scored 8 of 9 on the free throw, and that makes it 9 of 10. Almost perfect from the charity line. And now he has a chance to make it a 10-point game.
Hey, look, anything's possible. 2:29, 4 3-pointers, and, you know, they've won it.
Al-Ahli have been through this before. They've, you know, once led by 35 points against the City Oilers and only won the game with the last play leading by 2 points.
That's
but
true.
they have Amin.
And that was his quick reaction as we approach the 2-minute mark. There's a long-range shot, and it's just come off the metal. They race up against Zaran. Zaran, not in any rush, use the clock. You know, just use it wisely. Don't have to do anything ridiculously tough. Thompson, back out. Amin goes up. That's a nice turn. Can't really drop it in, or Abbey doesn't make the rebound. 77-65. That is sublime. Beautiful, beautiful basketball from Iroegbu.
Iroegbu just driving in nicely into that paint. There's so many bodies in there, but he gets the easy two to keep SLAC alive in this one.
Thompson. Omot. Oh, he knocks over Mara in a big way. That's going to be an offensive foul, surely. He knows it. They got tangled up just a moment previous to that. And that's a good scenario. And Coach Zentovic, I think, has called a timeout. So they'll go and have a little brainstorming before we finish off with the last 1 minute 17 of this Nile Conference. It's coming to a close. And, well, what are your thoughts of the Nile Conference before we get back to the action? Asha?
It's been impressive. It's been incredible. Every game has been very tightly contested, and you can see that the fans have been having great fun out there. Young kids, girls, boys, men, women, grandmothers. It's really been a show of amazing basketball here, but also the culture, the music, and just everything that comes with the BAL.
It's great, isn't it?
Yes, and obviously we've seen so many football superstars blessing us here with their presence. Liu Jiang, the Malian, of course, enjoying from courtside, but also we saw Ahly players earlier in the week, and this man, Nuni Omot, he's been amazing for Ahly, just combining with Orabi, who's putting up his best game and numbers since the tournament began.
And there he is, just swatting the ball away. Get out of my house. This is my house. He's been pretty sturdy, isn't he, at the back, and scoring points up the other end. 77-67, a 10-point game, and a chance for Coach Zetsovic to try and reduce that and turn it, get it to less than 10. And another foul has been committed now. That is going to be a three shots from the charity line, because Michael Thompson has just committed the foul outside of the arc, and that is well, it could be a game changer, you never know. But Noabuzor has been scoring well. He's the top scorer with 19 points. And sorry, it's Iroegbu. He's got 12 points. He'll go straight to the charity line.
And talking about Iroegbu, he's been shooting at 53.3% from the free throw line and averaging 18 points per game for SLAC. He's been putting up a great individual performance, playing heavy minutes, averaging 37 per game in the Nile Conference. But of course, he could have used a lot of help from Burfield, who got injured and has not been available for the last 3 games. And that has put so much pressure on Iroegbu.
Just 2 shots outside of the arc because he hadn't released the shot. So that's why we had 2. And there's the foul that's been committed. Dane Miller Jr. on Michael Thompson. They'll get possession back. 46.8 seconds remaining. Q, we're coming over to you. What have you got for us?
Ahly will want to close out the game strong and not even give SLAC thoughts of coming back in this one. Coach Zetsovic is looking for ways to try and get a couple of quick scores, and I say that, and here they go, and get a quick score from Miller Jr.
Yeah, he's always dancing in the moonlight, isn't he? Trying to steal the ball. Well, there's something going on between Miller Junior and Michael Thompson, you can just feel it. There's something in the air. They've just been talking to each other very close to where we are. And no love lost.
Two experienced professionals having an engaging professional conversation.
That's exactly that. 29.2 seconds remaining, 7 points. 7 points.
Well, there's been some changes on the floor as Alseni Ba gets an opportunity to come onto the court, Alpha Kaba as well, and Abubakar Sompari.
"20 seconds, this is the last." Well, there's about a 7-second difference. And it's coming back out. Omot down into the corner. Amen, amen. Oh, Lali.
Absolutely incredible there from the reigning MVP of the Egyptian League, Amin, to just remind everybody that he's still the man.
Kaba down on the ground. Refusing to let go. As we see that Amin score from down in the left side there. Less than last chance for Miller Jr. And it doesn't fall. That's the end of today's encounter. That's the end of the Nile Conference. And Zečević, Coach Zečević and Coach Julby with a hug. That's the last game and the last moments of the Nile Conference for Season 3, and, well, it's been riveting right to the very end. The final score here in Cairo, Ahly 80, SLAC 70.
Well, it is the first time in the history of the BAL that we have the same score for 2 games played on the same game.
You're right, you're absolutely right.
I guess that's history in itself.
And that basically means that we are in for a lot of excitement when we go to Kigali. Ahly will be the 2nd seeded team, just behind Petro de Rwanda. SLAC, they go back home to Guinea Conakry. There's a lot of work to be done, but at the same time, they've got a great bunch of youngsters within that group. As Omot, well, appreciates all of the fans from South Sudan who have made the trip here to Cairo. What an fascinating Nile Conference that we've had, Usher.
It's been amazing to see so many fans come here to the Dr. Mustafa Hassan Stadium. Some of them, of course, disappointed there with the result for SLAC, but it's been incredible.
And we're going to catch up with the main man, of course, Omar Arabi of Ahly, the MVP.
Omar, congratulations on your performance. 20 points, 8 rebounds. It must be a great way to close out the conference in terms of an individual performance.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to close out the conference strong as a team, and we knew we were already qualified before this game, but that didn't matter. We still wanted to win the game, to improve and go into the finals with like high energy and high hope.
And just your thoughts on the competition level. It was the first experience in the Basketball Africa League. What did you think of the level of competition in it?
Man, I think it's getting better year by year. This year, I think it's much better than it was the first 2 years, and I think it's going to get even better as the years go on. It's a great competition. All the teams are good. Like everyone saw, all the games are close. Most of the games are close, and all the teams are competitive. So it's a great competition to be in.
You guys face Reg in Kigali in the quarterfinals. That must be something that you're gearing up for.
Yeah, tough game, man. On their home court, it's going to be a tough game. Like nothing is going to be easy in the finals. Every game is going to be hard. So we just got to get ready and go out there strong.
Well, congratulations on your performance today. Best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, he's a very nice man, isn't he? Omar Arabi finishes off with a big tally there of 20 points, looking really good. But let's have a look at the full game stats there.
Impressive from Al Ahly to share that ball around. Great movement. About 10 players each on the scoring board, just to show you how deep their squad has been. And for SLAC, they really tried their level best. They gave us a great first half, but there were Al Ahly was too strong for them in that second half of the game. They tried to get some steals in there, and you could see that they scored about 22 points from turnovers, but Al Ahly was so deep on that offensive side, scoring immensely from transition, but also from the three-point line. They scored 5 3-pointers, Al Ahly. Not really the kind of performance we saw yesterday against Petro when they scored 16 behind the arc, but they have the victory and they head to Kigali for the playoffs.
20 points for Arabi, 16 for Ayman. Zoran with 11, just like Thompson. And Omot with 6 points, but the rebounds were big for Arabi, of course, because he's a giant. Ayman was working really hard to get those rebounds as well. And on the other side, Nwabuzor, top scorer with 19, 3 rebounds. Mara coming up and showing his force. A wonderful 19-year-old Guinean player, 16 points and 4 rebounds. 13 for Egbu and 3, and 12 and 5 for Miller Jr. Maybe a little bit off colour in terms of what we expect from him tonight, but otherwise, you know, SLAC can be very proud of what they've achieved. They played some extraordinary basketball. Just came up a little bit short. Maybe they lost out with Cedric Bearfield, but they're the results. As you said, they replicate each other. 80-70, 80-70, Asha.
Yeah, so much basketball that was played here. Congratulations to the Cape Town Tigers, who go to Kigali for the playoffs for a second consecutive season. They'll be looking to break into the semi-finals, but for tonight, they can celebrate and be happy with their performance.
They can celebrate in a big way, and what amazing basketball that we've actually seen today. Cape Town Tigers will join Beira as the third and the fourth teams that have qualified. That's how it looks at the very end. Petro Luanda top seeds. They play Reg. Ahly Petro Luanda, they go through as the top team. Ahly will play Reg. Beira are going through, and the Cape Town Tigers and SLAC and the City Oilers, we'll see them next year, I'm pretty sure. It's just been incredible. This is how it looks like. Stade Malien and Cape Town Tigers, Ahly against Reg, the home side in Kigali. Petro Luanda, the Ivorians, Liz Mills ABC Fighters, and AS Douane of Senegal up against Beira. What an incredible matchup. 4 colossal showdowns that we're looking forward to on the 20th and the 21st of May, 2 weeks' time.
Yes, it's been an incredible journey here from the Sahara Conference in Dakar to the Nile Conference in Cairo. It's time to head to the playoffs, where it is the business end of the tournament. Season 3, can we finally see a new champion of the BAL?
We definitely will, because US Monastir are not here and Zamalek are not here. New champions on the 4. Who will it be? Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in Kigali on the 20th. Usher, Q and the team here in Cairo. How about that? The BAL is the place to be. We'll see you on the 20th. Bye-bye.